Well, we're pretty disappointed, but same things that plagued us in the game with Baylor plagued us today, and so he's got some lessons to learn before we can maybe get on top of this. Congratulations to Dayton. They played hard. They played with a lot more toughness and grit defensively, especially in the second half, than we did. So that's usually who wins the game, and that's what happened.
Just a close loss at Baylor. You're up on Kansas in the second half. What do you need to start doing better late in these close games to win them?
We got to play harder. We got to play harder. We came out and started the second half, and literally on defense we were walking around literally, and so they shot 59% second half, and so that's really all you need to know.
Whose responsibility is it to get effort out of them? Is that up to the player?
That's my responsibility.
Is that something that can be done if guys aren't hustling? Or?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Bench is a little shorter, you know, and so it's early in the year there was some threat to be able to take some guys out, and you know, just bench isn't quite as long right now, and so we're gonna have to figure out some other ways.
In what ways, I guess, did you miss Luke most tonight?
His toughness. It is, you know, he's probably the most physical guy on our team, and so just his toughness.
Last 4 possessions of the first half, 4 turnovers. Can you talk about how that changed the momentum of the game?
Yeah, it was inexplicable. They just don't know how that happens, and so guys took turns doing it. It wasn't the guy. Guys just took turns jumping and passing and throwing the ball to them. So give it to them, and that did change the momentum going into halftime.
Aside from what Luke gives you in ability, is there a element of rubbing off that he gives you defensively? And
Sure. I mean, I told you 2 weeks ago he's our best defender, and but we don't have him now. So we need other people to play better, and we didn't play better enough.
The offensive rebound, second chance point numbers tonight, symptomatic of the effort you're talking about too?
Well, yeah, yes, yeah, it is. It is. They played harder than we did. So that's who usually wins.
Jeff, against the 3, or at least against Dayton, Baylor, and Kansas, hasn't really had his best games of the year. Is there anything you can do to improve upon that?
I don't. Yeah, play better. I don't know what to tell you.
Kevin, there was some zone, there was some man. Did you find anything at spots that was more effective than something else when they took the ball at you?
Yeah, our zone was okay. You know, they hit a couple of, it seemed like more than a couple into the shot clock shots, you know, one where they were up 4 and we've got him dead with the, you know, we're right up on him, and he can throw us one in, and the only other one he's made this year was also an into the shot clock one, but you know, you get a little luckier when you play harder. You know, it seems like things go your way more when you play harder, so we want and think that we can survive and thrive on offense. We just, like I said early on in the season, we're committed to offense. We're somewhere between interested and something else on defense.
And when you have to fill Luke's shoes for 4 to 6 weeks now, is it a committee of guys? You tried different guys tonight. It looked like they get just a piece of what he brings.
Yeah, I mean, it happened Monday, and so you don't have a whole lot of, you have a big chance to change, you know, too much, and obviously we're hoping to win this game, and then we have some time adjust and figure out what makes sense for us going forward, but, we weren't able to do that.
What was the official diagnosis, and how long do you expect you'll be without Luke?
Official diagnosis was a torn MCL, and, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 weeks.
First half, you guys shot 58% from the field. Second half, you guys shot 24%. What changed? What was the biggest difference?
Well, in the first half, we were getting stops, and we were able to run in transition, because I think they shot 33% in the first half.
Yes.
And, so we were able to get out in transition and get the ball going and get it places we needed to be, but in the second half, we were playing against a set defense the entire time, because they were scoring seemingly every possession. So, it was really more about what was happening on our defense than it was what was happening with our offense.
Coach, how about Cam Justice? When you project he'll be back?
We're hoping maybe sometime in January.
Any more from Coach?
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.